Let's shift focus to the commodity markets now. Manisha Gupta is joining in. Manisha, what's the one commodity that you're tracking today?
Well, Sonia, I'm looking at the soft commodities because almost all of them in the global markets have seen a surge. But I'll focus on sugar right now, which gained up by 4.5% in the international markets. The reason being, and this is after 2 weeks of lag. I mean, the sugar prices did come off its 11-year highs that we saw in the international markets. The raw, the white sugar prices all have been jumping, but the last 2 weeks were lagging. But overnight, there has been a gain. And the reason for that is that the U.S. Climate Prediction Center now says that the El Nino criteria has been met. So is the reason you saw soybean, sugar, coffee, cocoa, all of those commodities surge after the U.S. Climate Prediction Center came out with that prediction there. Now, El Nino, what it does is it usually brings floods to Brazil and less rain to India. And these are the two major sugar producers. So if we are looking at weather concerns in both the sugar producing countries, you have seen that sentiment come back into the market quite strongly there. The fund buying has intensified as well. We have suddenly seen the shorts being covered and new longs being created there. Also, when you look at the Indian markets, we have seen a 2022-23 output estimate that came in from ISMA being revised lower at 32.8 million tons. It's much lower than last year. The export numbers are lower than last year. And when you look at the opening stock, that is just about what the government wants it to be. The International Sugar Organization also came in with an interesting report. It says that in 2022-23, the global output estimates is at 177.4 million tons. Now, they are looking at surplus being cut on the lower side as well. We did see initial estimates that the global markets could see a surplus of around nearly 2.5 to 4.5 million tons. But now the expectation is that it could be just about 852,000 tons. So that's not too much of a surplus that the international markets are looking at. That has been supportive. The other report really comes in from USDA, which are anticipating a lower production and a near record consumption going forward. So they are looking at 187 million tons of a global estimate in sense of production, consumption at a record 180 million tons. And when you look at ending stocks at 33.45 million tons, that is the lowest that you've seen in 5 years. So the sugar calculation suddenly seems to be turning around. And if that actually is an El Nino where this one, then you are looking at many of those soft commodities gain up. Sugar already telling you the trend.
Okay, all right. On that sweet note, thanks a lot for that, Manisha. Well,